Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for technical difficulties. We're starting a little late as the St. Augustine Prep Hermits versus the Cherokee Chiefs. I'm joined live with,
Leo Mariello.
as is the quarterfinals of the Coaches Cup. You didn't really miss anything, but while the game wasn't really starting, it was a very boring first 12 minutes.
Yeah, none of the teams could really seem to get close to the net and get any really good chances.
As both teams are looking try to get a chance right now. As the winner of this game will play Shawnee on Wednesday night, either at 6 or 8. As Shawnee won 1-0 in their quarterfinal matchup. Throw in here for the Chiefs. Well, any thoughts so far while we were gone?
Nothing much. I mean, the Hermits, once they get their offense firing, I mean, this is going to be a great game. But until then, it's just going to be a pretty slow game, and their defense just has to keep playing well to keep Cherokee from scoring any goals.
Well, we'll cover the starting lineups for the Cherokee Chiefs. They are playing a 4-5-1 with Butler in goal, Green, Snyder, Smargassi, Coleman in the defense, Wallace, Stenone, Plum, Mertage, and Slanu in midfield with Gilmore up top. And the Hermits playing the usual 3-5-2 with Carr in net, Byer, Phillips, Wilson all in defense. Henry, Law, Matea, Brown, Peraza in midfield with Calusi and Lamentier on top.
Yeah, hopefully Lamentier can get another great goal to give the Hermits a good lead.
As some of you might notice, George Henry's wearing a new number because he lost his uniform, so he switches from number 2 to number 24. As looks like a little mishap in the back line causes the play out to Carr, who will intercepted by Cherokee. Peraza looked like he was trying to get under it, beaten. There's one thing for up here. It's very hard to say which Cherokee player is which because they have these very light numbers, so it's very hard to tell. Now Law with it, loses it, back over. Cherokee has, it looks like three subs are coming in for Cherokee. Now Campanaro with it, or Lamentier, pardon me. He is fouled. Free kick coming up here for the Hermits. Looks like it's C.J. Phillips taking it, or Byer.
Yeah, hopefully this is an opportunity for the Hermits to just bring the ball up towards the goal to get a decent chance at a goal to give them the lead in this first half.
The Hermits had one chance as, I believe, Lamentier collided with the goal, and it's a foul. And it was called a foul. The goalie did go down for a couple of seconds, but it was okay. As one thing to notice, Cherokee does not have a backup goalkeeper on the roster. Butler is the only goalie as it goes out for a corner kick. Couldn't really tell it was deflected off of. As Brown and Law go out. And it's cleared away. Cherokee back on the attack, but they just boot it. And looks like out on the Hermits. The Chiefs go quick, but the ref's not going to let them allow time for the subs. Can't tell who's really coming on as the numbers are so light. Throw in now. It's a long throw in, won by Wilson. Now Brown tried to get it, couldn't get it. He does in it. Got it now up to Matea. Go to Wilson. Wilson's fouled. Free kick here taken by Gabe Byer. Now Phillips taking it up over to Kaluzzi, but it was too far, collected by Butler.
Yeah, the Hermits seem to be getting into their groove slowly, but once they really get into it, it's going to be a great game.
Now Peraza with the ball. Doesn't get a really good touch on it. Now kicks it back to Phillips. Wasn't a good pass, but Phillips got to it, preventing any damage. Now Brown almost reaches to the ball. Doesn't. Back on the job pressing. As looks like cheat is collected by Carr.
Yeah, Carr has been a key piece to the Hermits defense, saving a lot of good shots.
You know, the Hermits defense have stepped up ever since the injury to Elijah Ostrander. They're one of the best defensemen in all of New Jersey, South Jersey. Now Brown with it. Brown down to Henry. Henry puts it in, trying to find Matea. Couldn't get to it. Or it looked like trying to find Kaluzzi, but Matea got to it. As it's a throw-in for the Hermits, taken by Matea. Over to Kaluzzi now. Kaluzzi gets by 2 defenders. Can't get past the second wave of those 2. Now Cherokee with it. Loses it back over to Matea. Brown with it. Brown to Kaluzzi. Cherokee wants offsides. Looks like they're not going to get it. Now Matea does not get to it, and it's going to be cleared out for Hermit's throw. It's like a sub coming in. It's hard to tell with the whistles as there's also a football game going on. No, he can't come in. Got to be a Cherokee throw to come in. It's hard to... Probably got confused because there's a JV football game going on. Now Phillips with the ball. Say Phillips back over to Byer. Byer back down to Bryce Wilson now. Law with it. Over to Henry, but Henry gets to it, but can't keep it. Cleared out. Now Phillips with it. Phillips kicks it, doesn't land to it. Back to Brown. Brown doesn't get to it. Now Matea with it. Just getting to the halfway point of this first half. Still nothing as both teams still trying to find their groove in this game. Hopefully we can see a Hermits goal very shortly. Matea with it. Wanted Kaluzzi, but wasn't on the right page. Looks like Peraza goes down. Cherokee takes advantage, is kicked out by Byer for a Chiefs throw-in. Well, any thoughts now we're getting to the halfway point of this first half?
Yeah, I think that we're going to be seeing a Hermits goal soon, and once the Hermits get their lead, it's going to be smooth sailing. And I think once they get that comfortable lead, they can just relax a little bit, and the defense can just keep doing their work to keep their lead.
Looks like Mike Campanero comes in, and along with, you can tell who the second one is. Elijah Ostrander, he's back from injury. Goal kick here now for the Hermits. Phillips now with the ball. He's given tons of room. Wants Law to get open. Can't find him. Now Campanero. Looks like Byers moved into midfield. Now Brown with it. Now the Chiefs with it. Looks like Campanero got a foot to it, or Lamentier. Chiefs up the wing. Hermits want a foul. It looks like Ostrander got run over. And now it's a corner kick for the Chiefs. First corner kick of the day for for Cherokee is the Hermit side. Looks like it's all even up on corner kicks now. And it looks like corner will be taken by Murtaj. Ref speaking with both teams, the do's and don'ts. Corner's taken short, back to Murtaj. Clears, puts the cross in. Wasn't a good cross. Now Phillips gets over to Caluzzi. It's just cleared. Campanero gets to it. It goes out for Hermits throw. Hermits trying to move quick on this, but couldn't find anyone open. Now Phillips with the throw. Over, and Cherokee's just going to clear it away. Now Ostrander couldn't get to it as his first game back. Now Carr clears it away. And it's going to go out. Looks like fans disagree with something that happened by Carr. As the clock stops for, looks like the ref's having a word with Wilson. You couldn't really tell what happened there. Whatever happened, the ref certainly does not like it. Could it be related to the, I don't think there was a foul the Hermits wanted earlier, but I don't think it's related to that. Did you catch up? Did you see what happened?
I did not see what happened. That was a tough one to see from over here.
Maybe Ostrander said something. And the ref was like, can't say it. It wasn't as bad as the warning they get usually given before games, but it's probably was very close to that. Phillips with it. The Hermits calm down after that little incident. Phillips with the throw. And Campanero. Now Ostrander with it. Headed up. No one really won it now. Byer wins it. And foul on the Chiefs. Looks like a little elbow hit Byer there. Looks like the refs are now speaking with each other as the clock stops. I don't know what they're saying. Looks like they're gonna go speak to the Preps bench. Do you know what could be happening? Any idea?
I think it has something to do with the bench as well. The same thing's happened in previous games that I've been to.
As Yeah, the prep usually averages one yellow. Averages in the 4 or 5 games I've been broadcasting. Usually, a yellow card has been awarded to Coach Abby. It looks like it's just going to be a talking to.
Yeah, hopefully the bench can settle down after that.
Second time this has happened in like the past minute. Hopefully whatever it is does not happen again. Now Ostrander with the kick. Now, Amateur over to Kaluzzi. Couldn't get a good touch on it. That was second good opportunity for the Hermits today. Wasn't great opportunity. We'll put it as good opportunity. The first one happened, obviously, when we had the mute while the stream wasn't working as Lementier collided with the goalie. Butler boots it. Now Law with it. Will Law is I don't know the right word for it, very skillful player, as teams constantly give Will Law tons of space and they're going to end up regretting it. So Cherokee looking down to cut down his space. Kaluzzi boots it, tries to find Campanero, does, and it's offside. Yeah. What do you think one thing the Prep's got to do better so far?
I'd say moving the ball up towards the goal. They seem to get it up to like the 35-yard line, and then after then the Cherokee defense is just doing really good this game.
Very different from the Cal, which is, not the strongest competitions, not the worst competitions. They're very good teams in the Cal, but it looks like the league. It looks like Cherokee plays very different competition, very different style of play than is in the Cal. So the Hermits looking to adapt to the style of play in the Cherokee. That's what the coaches cut. Very, very different leagues you're playing. It's not like March Madness where you get, Cherokee's not the eighth best team in South Jersey, not the 8th best team in the region. Well, they are in this region, but not the best, like the 8th best team in the region divided by 4. Now Camaro trying to find Kaluzzi. Weird bounce there. Kaluzzi gets to it, but couldn't maintain it. Now throw in for the Hermits. Campanero with the throw. Trying to find Lamentier, but goes out for the Hermits' second corner of the game.
Hopefully these corners can result in a goal for the Hermits.
The Hermits are usually very good on defending corners. Let's see if they can be good at attacking with corners. Looks like Law with the kick. Kaluzzi got to it, but it was too high. Looks like another corner, third one of the game for the Hermits, second one in a row.
Hopefully the second chance can be better than their first one.
Looks like Hermits have everyone out, just outside the box, trying to get a little momentum. As it gets to Bayer. Someone wanted a corner, but they're not going to get it. It's a goal kick for the Chiefs. Kicked away by Butler now. Campanero with it. High and away. Gets back to it. Now, looks like Kaluzzi was offside.
Yeah, the Hermits need to be a little bit more careful when they keep coming offside.
something that's very going on is the Chiefs are very uses of their bench. Some of the Hermits are not really good at. Most of the teams have been using a lot of subs against the Hermits as they're trying to tire them out, as they know the Hermits are not the best of second-half teams, allowing a goal in 4 of the last 5 home games. So the other team usually tries to get their benches a lot of minutes in this first half. Free kick now for the Chiefs. Looks like everyone's boots it up. Law looks to be under it. He is. Now Brown chases it over to Lamentier in. Trying to get some help now. Wanted Law or Phillips, but ends up Cherokee's way. Peraza looks a little bit out of position there as Byer gets back. Something to watch out for here. Peraza is a very physical midfielder. Gets a lot of fouls called against him, but also makes a lot of tackles as Cherokee goes quick now. Now Phillips trying to get the ball. Is now Byer clears it away. As Cherokee just kicks it out, trying to get everyone back so they don't have a mistake. Now Byer with it. Lamentier now. Nifty little move there, but refs don't like it. It's going to foul against Lamentier. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the second half. Very, I would say, boring game. Not much has happened.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Nothing much has been happening. Hopefully the second half's a little bit more exciting.
As Peraza down, as the refs blow for a stoppage in the clock. Looks like to go off for a minute or two. Maybe, hopefully he's back in the second half as the Hermits really need his physicality, how physical he is in that midfield. You know, with Matea and Brown with their quickness and Law with all his skills, they really like a guy with Peraza that brings that physicality, brings his physical abilities. Hopefully Byer can replicate that abilities with, him usually a center back. Now Cherokee has it. It's like the Hermits are a little bit out of position, but Byer gets back and gets most of the ball. As it's going to be a Chiefs throw-in and another sub coming in for Cherokee.
The Hermits defense has to stay focused here as they have this throw-in that could lead to a great opportunity for them.
Cherokee usually is primarily using the long throw-in strategy, which seems to be a little effective to get shots on target, but it's not really effective good shots. Just to get Carr a little tested out. Now Brown wins the header. Back in around with another challenge. Tier try getting in there. And a foul against the Hermits. I don't think the fans really like that call, but final decision. One thing when the Hermits are usually on this half is the sun. It's usually a big factor, but it looks like it's not a factor today. Usually more of a factor if they get these games in overtime. But hopefully it does not get to that point where it has to go to overtime. Looks like Cherokee was shielding the ball, hopefully getting the corner kick, but the Hermits get to it. Puts a cross in. Ostrander wins it. Carr wanted to just collect it. Now Law with the tackle, but right back to Cherokee. Campanaro boots it away. Now Lamentier with the pressure back down to the Chiefs, trying to pass the ball around, tire the Hermits out for a bit. As Wilson gets to it first, barely now. Amitier with it. Mateo now. Back to Bayer. Bayer to now cleared away by Cherokee. Now Brown with it. And throw in for the Hermits. Sounded like it took a deflection off of Phillips as subs come in. Like Campanera's out and Wilson's coming in, looks like. In 25. As the Hermits have been trying to do what Cherokee's been doing this half and start with the long throws. Doesn't. Lamentier with a bad touch. Back over to Ostrad. Now Matea. Back down to newly subbed in Wilson. Puts a cross in. Caluzzi just couldn't get to it. As it looks like it's a very short throw, and the Hermits weren't ready for it. If they were ready. Very dangerous play there. Throw in for the Chiefs. Ostrander looks like is ready to get back in. There's a sub straight from the bench. Ostrander's coming back in, and Brown's coming out. Yeah, Brown's coming out. Looks like. Glad to see Ostrander's okay. Or Peraza, sorry. Took a little bit of a beating there, but Hermits like he got his physicality back in that midfield. A Cherokee with the throw, won by Phillips. Looks like a foul going the other way. Carr wants everyone up, hopefully trying to get a goal in here within the last 4 minutes of this half. He boots it away, won by Phillips with it. Caluzzi with the nifty move, and he gets a throw in. Now Law with it, Will Law over to Wilson. Now Bayer with it, and Bayer just tries to get a cross in, maybe ahead, but collected by Butler. As now they kick away. It's won by Wilson. Pardon me. Yeah, Wilson. And Ostrander goes up, gets it, but back to the Chiefs. Now Law can't get fully to it. As now Bayer trying to get the ball. The Ostrander gets it. Trying to get a little nifty move there. Couldn't get it. Cleared away by Phillips. And Tier got a head to it. Piece of it. As Caluzzi gets to it, I don't really see where the foul is there. Ref probably called a foul because it went through it. Probably got it through his legs. You agree with that call there?
I'd say it's a little bit controversial, but at the end of the day, it's the ref's final decision.
And maybe in the second half that doesn't get called a foul, but the ref's trying to maybe set a little tone here. Now R.J. Wilson is it.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
And we're in the final 2 minutes here in the first half. Still a 0-0 game for joining us. Had a little technical difficulties in this first 10 minutes. So yeah, you've missed nothing so far, literally.
Hermits have had a couple of chances, but none of them have really been great chances.
As here could be a good chance now. Chiefs cross it in. Ostrainer gets his body to it. Not enough for a penalty. Cherokee puts it back into the box, and Phillips is just going to take it out for a throw-in. Yeah, in the first half, there was a little incident. I wouldn't call it an incident, where we don't really know what happened. Something was maybe said. As 2 stoppages of play were called, Hermits and Ostrainer were talked to there. Yeah. Hermits had one good chance, maybe in the first half, but it was a foul. Lamentier ran into the goalie. Less than a minute left now here. Hermits, Ostrainer, who's first game back from his knee injury. Gets to it now, Lamentier, but looked like he was offside. Now Log gets ahead to it. Phillips knocked it down, but turns it over. Now Cherokee's back on the attack. It's like Phillips got to it. It's a good slide tackle.
10, 9,
Cherokee's going quick with this free kick.
6,
Ostrainer in the way
4, 3,
and collected by Carr, as that will be halftime. End of the first half.
and that's the halftime whistle. The score: the Chiefs of Cherokee 0, the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep 0.
As it's all tied up in this at the end of the first half, the quarterfinals of the Coach's Cup. Well, any last thoughts before we head to commercial?
I'd say the Hermits, I mean, they're starting to get in their groove a little bit, and second half they should be rolling hard.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Hopefully the Hermits, not a good second half team usually the past 5 games, but hopefully can get their goal here, as they did score 2 against EHC in the second half of the Cal final. Hopefully get that same result against Cherokee.
Thank you for your support of St. Augustine Prep Athletics. Hermit Athletics all in as one.
Do you know how to put it to commercial? Why don't you put it to mute, like 15 bucks? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this quarterfinal match of the Coaches Cup between your St. Augustine Hermits and the Cherokee Chiefs. As in the first half, it's been a boring game, nothing. Both teams had small chances, not good chances, but no cards given, little incident there, but nothing really happened. Well, your thoughts on this first half going into second?
Oh yeah, the Hermits offense needs to get firing really hard to get. They want to get this win here. They've gone into overtime so many times this season, and we just need them to come out with a win here in regular time.
Yeah. One thing that usually affects this side of the field that the Hermits are shooting on is the sun, as it looks like it's coming out a little bit, but not enough to cause maybe a real factor. As usually the sun's setting now, they're again deeper in the year. Sun's setting earlier, so the sun's is usually been a big factor in these games usually.
Yeah, that's primarily in the second half. The sun just comes blaring out.
Usually the Hermits are defending that goal, but this time they're going to be shooting on that goal. Hopefully get a couple goals here. As another thing to think about, this isn't March Madness where the 8 seeds, like, they're not a good team, but they're also not a bad team. They're the 8th best team in, like, South Jersey, so it's not going to be an easy win, but it's been a close game so far. Hopefully we can get a goal to start off.
I think once that first team breaks away and gets a goal, that's going to be the game. Because, I mean, both defenses have been pretty solid this game.
We thought the same thing about the Cal final, and 3 goals in that second half. As this Hermits defense, they're really good the first half of the year. They've still been good the second half of the year, not as good as they were towards the last 6 to 5 games. As it looks like we are getting ready to kick off the second half. Final words said here between the two huddles of the teams. As the Hermits are kicking off the second half. Hopefully we get a better second half with shots. Hopefully lots of Hermits goals. Hermits win to end out. Hermits win in the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, this game's been going just like that Cal final last week, and I think it's going to continue just like that game. Hopefully we see a couple goals here in the second half, and the Hermits come out with the dub in regular time.
As both keepers are ready, and we kick off this second half. Law back to Ostrander, who's first game back from injury. Looks like an early free kick here for the Hermits. Not even 30 seconds in. Hopefully. And we have a stoppage of clock. Looks like more words are going to go to the bench. This time Cherokee's bench. The refs probably, something's happening here. Maybe the refs didn't make something clear in their little pregame warnings. Yeah. So warning goes to the Chiefs bench, not a yellow card talking to. So the clock starts. Buyer puts it in the box and collected by Cherokee.
Yeah, Cherokee's goalie Butler's had a great game.
kicked away now. Ostrander wins it back to Carr as he collects. Carr to Wilson. Wilson to Matea. Matea back to Byer. Looks like Phillips is out to start the second. Oh, no, never mind. He's over there. It's like the back line consists of Ostrander, Wilson, and Byer. Like Byer went back to the center back role. Now, Chiefs have it now. As now weak passes, the Hermits tried to get a little pressure, but no one could get to that in time. Now Brown gets pieces of it. Chiefs want a handball. As now Phillips is looking to take, Ostrander is looking to take this free kick. Now Phillips with the ball, won by Cherokee. They took a tackle there as they're back on the counter and slowing things down now. Byer gets his foot to it, throw in Chiefs. As Ostrander gets to that, back to Ostrander. Byer with a couple nifty moves there, but ends up a throw-in. Now Matea with the ball. Or sorry, Law with it. Wilson tries to clear, couldn't really get a good grip. Good head on the ball. Now Cherokee's with it. Byer gets his foot to it. Tries to find the Lamentier. Keeps it in. Barely keeps it in. Back to the Lamentier. Thought I heard a whistle probably in the football game. Now Cherokee has it. Calusi runs side to side, pressing the defense as it works for a throw-in for the Hermits. Wilson will take it. Over to Calusi now. Chiefs just get to the first. Ostrander back to Carr, and he thought he was going to collect. Now he does. Now Cherokee with it back. Cherokee's had maybe 90% possession, I would say, for second half.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The Hermits need to try to keep more possession and try to get more towards their goal.
Now looks like Brown with it. Cherokee wants an offside. Brown stays with it, but couldn't find anyone. Or looked like it took a deflection off someone. Phillips now with the throw. Short throw in, back down to Phillips. Another throw in for Phillips. Now Law gets his foot to it, back to Cherokee. Cherokee back. Gets through Wilson there. Wilson looks like, oh, foul there. Looked like he didn't get any of the ball, but ref thought he did. Now Cherokee back, testing Wilson again. It doesn't work yet again. Wilson all over that. Well, it looks like the Hermits look a bit tired to start off this half.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about playing all your starters in the first half and not subbing them in and out. Because then you have more of a tired team in the second half.
Cherokee looked like most players that came out for a portion of the first half look way more refreshed. As now with the Chiefs with the throw gets a little worrying there, but Carr finds it. Looked like it got through two screening players.
And that's the great thing about Carr. He's a very reliable goalie.
Now Mateo with it. Now here's Caluzzi. Caluzzi's gonna lose it now. Thought that looked like a clear lead off Caluzzi there. Ref didn't see it. Now Phillips after the throw, and it's throwing, which probably should have happened earlier. It's throwing for the Chiefs. Peraza gets his head to it. Looks like a foul on the Chiefs. Little pushing and shoving there. It's like the crowd's really getting into it. Wilson left unmarked. Now someone's on it. Throw in. That looked clearly off Cherokee there. Wilson with the throw now, trying to find someone opened. Short throw to Caluzzi. Back to Wilson. Wilson keeps it. Back to Peraza now. Peraza, Ostrainer, trying to find Lamantia there. And now it's a Cherokee throw-in.
Peraza could not find a target there for that kick.
They're cleared away now. Peraza gets knocked down there. Ostrander kicks it up back to Brown. Brown couldn't find someone. Mateo was the closest one there. Now here's Byer with the ball. Gabe Byer, one in Lamantier, couldn't find him. Now here comes Cherokee with it. Phillips looks to be all over that. And Cherokee wants a penalty now. I don't think they're going to get it. As just Carr collects it, telling everyone to calm down.
The crowd's going crazy after that great save from Carr.
One half cheering for the save, the other half up in arms. Wanted a penalty there. Could make an argument for both sides, but I think it wasn't enough for a penalty.
Yeah, I agree with that, Caden.
Looks like the sub rotation is coming back in for Cherokee as two subs are getting warmed up. And a foul against the Hermits. Ref called a push. Free kick now taken by Butler. Kicks it up. Looks like Byers getting to the end of it. Looks like a foul on Will. Like Law got pushed there. Free kick going the other way for Cherokee. Ostrainer now is taking it.
Yeah, 10 minutes into the second half, and slowly both teams are getting a little bit more, getting on the attack a little bit more. Hopefully we can see some goals in a couple minutes.
Well, judging off the first 50 minutes, looks like extra time is written all over this game. Both teams with a little bit of an extra time. You know, the Chiefs just coming off a penalty shootout, in their last game. The
Yeah, I can see this going to penalties for sure, maybe.
And the Hermits have had a lot of recent overtimes in the last couple Cal games. Hopefully it doesn't go that far. Hopefully we just get a Hermits win here in the next 30 minutes. It's like a little mishap with the ball now. Brown looking to press it over to Ostrander. Back to Ostrander after Mateo gets it. And throw in. Peraza didn't even look at the ref there. But it's going to be called back. Subs coming in. Matea's coming in for Campanera. A new sub in Campanera is going to take the free kick throw in. Waiting for the ref's whistle. And now Bryce Wilson's just going to take this. Wilson over to Calusi now. Calusi with it, trying to get loose. Back over to Wilson. Over to Ostrander. Ostrander back to Wilson. Looks up a bit. Now Peraza looks like a thigh on it. Campanera seemed to get some of the ball, but it's going to be a Hermits throw. Hermits go quick. Not quick enough. Cherokee gets the ball. And that's going to be a corner. Mistake there by Cherokee. It's going to be the fourth corner here for the Hermits. Trying to get that first goal in the 54th minute. Corner. Brown and Law usually going up there. Media guys backing down. Brown's now taking it. Puts the cross in. Wilson wins it. Lamontier was right there with it. Couldn't really. Headed straight to the goalie. Maybe a couple more. Gets that header again. Maybe he gets that in the back of the net. Butler with it. Kicks it away. Won by Law. Brown now with it. Oh, back to Lamontier now. Lamontier over to Brown. Hermes won a free kick. I don't agree with that. As it looked like all ball was won. Now Phillips was two defenders on him, and it's going to be a free kick for Cherokee.
Yeah, it looked like they were all over him, and there was a little bit of jersey tugging over there.
As the clock stops or something. Maybe Law's getting booked. Will Law, first yellow card of the game, as he just got to come out for a minute or two.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to St. Augustine's number 6, Will Law. This booking occurs in the 55th minute.
Law, not that one to get that much cards. Usually Peraza usually gets most of the fouls.
Peraza's a very aggressive player.
Law not known for his aggressiveness, more known for his moves in that midfield, creating a different kind of presence in that midfield. As it goes out for Hermit's goal kick, as Law comes right back in after that card. As the yellow was not for a foul, it was for delaying a restart. Not usually what most yellow cards are, but there's been a lot of yellow cards for delaying a restart recently around the world. Now Carr kicks it up. As it looks like the sun's now starting to become a factor, as multiple players have had to shield the sun away. Now Ostrainer's taking the free kick right at the 49-yard line. Ostrander now with the kick. Puts it just short of the box. 50, literally 50-50 there. As that cleared away. As Ostrander gets back with it. Kicks it high. Campanaro now with it. Little nice move there. Couldn't find anyone on the end of it. Campanaro slips there as Cherokee tries to take advantage of the out of position. As Campanaro gets back. And a foul on Cherokee. Don't know what they're complaining about. That look clearly bumped him. Looks like Ostrander's ready to take a free kick now. Hermits free kicks, most of them in their half have gone straight to the box. Probably going to continue right now. Or just a little outside the box. This one goes a little outside the box. Cluzy gets to it now. Law with it. Trying to find someone. Can't as Cherokee takes it right off him.
Would have been nice to at least get a corner there off that last play.
And a throw in for the Hermits there. Cherokee does not agree with it. As dangerous play there. Won't be shocked, and looks like fouls on 10 and yellow card. Not enough for a red card. You can maybe make a point or two about it, but clearly not enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to Cherokee's number 10, Noli Mertage. This booking occurs in the 57th minute.
As both teams are now even up on yellow cards. Free kick now. Lamentier gets on the end of it. It's a goal.
We got a goal in our second half to give the
Looks
Hermits
like
the lead.
John Lamentier with the goal. Or maybe Frankie Brown. Hard to tell. It looked like Lamentier, but Brown celebrating like it was his. Waiting on the announcement for the goal. As it looks like it's going to be Lamentier's goal.
Lamentier's been a key player for the Hermits these past few games, getting goals when the Hermits really need them.
As it's
Thank you.
It looks like Ostrander got the assist on that.
Gotcha.
57 minutes into this game, we have our first goal waiting on the announcement. Couldn't tell who scored it. Looked like Lamentier from our angle. But
Interesting goal scored by number 11, Frankie Brown.
it is Frankie Brown there.
Goal scored in the 57th minute.
Could have been Lamentier's assist there.
Interesting goal, Frankie Brown, 57th minute.
Maybe we'll have to go back on the video to make sure, but right now it's awarded as Brown's goal.
The same thing I said earlier about John Lamentier can be said about Frankie Brown. He's also been a key player, giving the Hermits goals when they really need them.
Now a throw in for Cherokee. Now Cherokee, using these throw-ins near the box, more of a free kick as the throw-in goes straight into the box. And it's a free kick now for the Hermits. Is now Ostrander's going to take. They're going to take as long as needed for this throw-in or free kick. Pardon me. Just getting 20 minutes remaining.
This is just what the Hermits needed. A nice comforting lead here in the second half.
The Hermits not only have the score in their favor, but also the sun in their favor, as the sun's getting real low now. Now Lamentier gets to it. No. Going to be a booking. John Lamentier probably getting a yellow card. And that probably is turned into yes. Wait, no. Yes, he is getting a yellow card.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to St. Augustine's number 13, John Lamentier. This booking occurs in the 59th minute.
There's been a good chunk of bookings here in the second half.
Lamentier probably getting a little rest here. He's going to go straight out to the touchline to get subbed in. It looks like Butler now with this free kick. Just 20 minutes in, getting to the 20-minute mark of the second half. So there's a little miscommunication there. Cherokee wants a penalty. They're not going to get it. Almost as good as a goal there for the Hermits not getting a penalty. Someone's getting booked again. Couldn't tell who was booked. Looks like number 4.
Yeah, that's what I got.
For talking to the ref, probably said something you shouldn't say.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to Cherokee's number 4, Harrison Snyder. This booking occurs in the 59th minute.
Just another booking that's happening here in the second half.
As in the first half, ref more favored to the foul. Now he's just saying, if you get a foul, any dangerous sort of foul, you're getting booked. It looks like Lamentier's getting a little bit of a rest here. I won't be shocked if he goes in before the 70th minute, as he's played a lot over these past 3 weeks with it. Herbert's played a lot of games, averaging almost a game every other day the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Busy schedule going into all these cup tournaments and state playoffs next week.
The Hermits are most likely getting that first round bye into the state playoffs, which there are going to be most likely the 3 seed. As their next games, most after this here is going to be on the 7th or 6th. Now Cherokee trying to do what the Hermits had a couple games ago, trying to turn around a comeback in the second half. Now Calusi with the ball stumbles a bit. Over to Brown. Now Henry with it. Thought I heard a whistle there. Football is yet another whistle.
Yeah, that can get pretty confusing when you have 2 games going on next to each other.
As something funny a little bit happened before we got on there, maybe an hour before the game. The Millville football team got on the field, looked like they're about to warm up. And then they learned they have to play it on the rugby field, which is not the greatest of fields. It looked a bit torn up. And yet another yellow card is shown to the Chiefs.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to Cherokee's number 23, Luke Gilmore. This booking occurs in the 62nd minute.
Something to look out for is that Cherokee looks to be a little bit shocked by that goal here, as they've had the second yellow card after the goal, 3rd in total in the second half. Wilson with it back down over to Wilson. Now Calusi with it. Calusi Nice little moves. Campanero tries to get in the box, headed one by Cherokee, and that looks like the takeoff of deflection by Campanero. Throw in for the Chiefs. More subs coming in. Wilson's coming in for the prep as Campanero comes in. Still no sign of John Lamentier. As since he was shown a yellow card, had to come out. Has not come back in. Cherokee now with the throw in, one by Wilson. As a foul on Cherokee. Looks like Brown took an elbow to the back there. As an Ostrainer with the free kick. Signals the play now. Just trying to add to this prep lead now. Puts the ball into the box. We're just short of the box. And Cherokee wants it now. Phillips with it. She's a Phillips now. This is a shove there. And now the foul's called. A little too physical there for Phillips. It's a Butler with the free. Going quick. Plenty of time left in this game. 16, 17 minutes. A little mishap there. As he tried to head it there, but couldn't get to it. Now, Ostrander with the ball. Or Peraza, sorry. As, I don't know what was called there. Peraza's getting booked. I don't know what the booking's under as.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to St. Augustine's number
Matea's
16,
coming in
Isaac
now.
Peraza. This booking occurs in the 64th
Peraza does
minute.
not agree with it. That looked more of a foul than a card, but as the game's getting late, the refs now just booking anything. Now the JV football game's over, so hopefully the whistles aren't going to be as distracting. Cherokee with it now. One over by the prep, but right back down to Cherokee. Now Mateo with the ball. Peraza's also getting a little rest now after that booking. As he's coming right back, he's ready to come back in. As we're coming maybe 10 minutes after Lamentier's booking, still has not come back on, so maybe the Hermits trying to get more defensive. And I think the lights have come on now. Now Brown with it. Frankie Brown shielding the ball, trying to get something. Puts the cross in. It's missed. Almost gets to it. Wilson now with it. Over to Henry, off the back, and a corner. Great chance there from the Hermits. As also two great clearances from Cherokee.
The Hermits fan section's going crazy right now.
Now Brown and Law doing their thing where they... Ostrainer's coming out as he's back from his injury, so Hermit's not trying to get him played too much minutes. Peraza looks like he's going to be, looks like 8 out of the 10 players are up for the Hermits. Law with the kick, one by Caluzzi. Hector from up here is going in. Now Wilson with it. Wilson out off of Cherokee, throwing for the prep. You're getting less than 15 minutes remaining in this game. Hermits trying to get that second goal, which will probably be the dagger. Now Cherokee with it. Won by the Hermits. Cherokee back with it. Clears it. Peraza gets ahead to it. It's over to Wilson, slowing it down. Back to Brown. Frankie Brown to Wilson. Wilson now with it over to Caluzzi as it was offside there.
Yeah, Cherokee haven't had many chances this half. It's been all Hermits.
Cherokee now with it, trying to get something started before this game's over. Phillips is over there. Cherokee now inside the 20 now. But Bayer clears it away. Cherokee back with it though as Caluzzi couldn't get to it. Got some of the ball there. Not enough to clear it. Now Law with it, who's on a yellow card. So is Peraza. Cleared away. Cherokee wins it. Doesn't win it enough as a bounce there. Throw in for the Hermits. One over by Cherokee. Now trying to get Henry there. Now Bayer wins the ball over to Henry. As the throw in for the prep. Now Brown with it. Brown over to Wilson. Matea. Now Brown. Now Wilson with it. Prep playing more with their center backs as this game goes on, trying to slow it down now. Here's Brown. Brown loses it, but can stay with it. Now Cherokee gets to it. As most of the second half came from this side closest to us. Now Wilson gets to it, gets shoved, as that is a foul. Foul on C.J. Phillips there. So we're getting to the last 10 minutes of this game. Clark boots it up, won by Matea, but now Cherokee gets it right back. Now Cherokee with it. Phillips is there as Carr gets to it. Looks like he stumbled a bit, but not enough to concede. Now we're just at the 10-minute mark, as it looks like clock stops for an injury to a Cherokee player. Looks like he is fine to walk on his own, but not good enough to continue. Is now a drop ball here. Waiting for play to resume here. His car gets it. Now he wanted Wilson. Wilson was not ready. Matt Carr kicks it away now. Over to Henry. Couldn't get to it. Law with it. Kicked away by Ostrander. Looks like Hermit's going really defensive here with Phillips now in that wing back as Ostrander comes in. Trying to secure this win and advance to the semifinals where they will play Shawnee. That Cherokee with it. Peraza couldn't get it enough as there's a foul there on Wilson. He looks shaken up. Not enough for a clock stoppage as a now. It's still not enough. Free kick for the Hermits. Now Peraza with it. Pushes him. Peraza doesn't agree with that, but you can't complain when you shoved him right in front of the ref. Cherokee now with this free kick. 8 minutes left in normal time. Headed one. Cherokee wants a corner kick. They're not going to get it. Goal kick now taken by Carr. Probably going to stall a bit, trying to waste that clock.
Yeah, coming into the last 7 or so minutes, Hermits need to keep their defense going strong just to keep their lead so they can win this game.
Brown, foul on Brown, I think. Frankie Brown gets the foul. Free kick for Cherokee now. Gets not enough on that. Peraza now. Loses the ball there. Luckily the Hermits get right back on it. Phillips clears away. Cluzy gets some of it, not enough of it to get the ball back. Now Cherokee back on the attack. As trying to get a through ball there, but not enough as the Hermits cleared away. Puts the cross in, gets ahead to it. Not enough power. The ref calls offsides. Very scary moment there for the Hermits.
They were pretty close to losing their lead, and that could have easily gone into overtime there.
Looks like Wilson's coming in to certify that the prep's going all defensive here. Now Cherokee with it. Henry gets not enough of it, got some of it. Cherokee given all space but couldn't get to it. Trying to get some here. Final 5 minutes is coming up. One by Brown. Brown back to Lamentier. Wilson got hit in the face. It looks like trying to shield the ball. No foul. Lamentier pressing and kicks. It's off of Lamentier. Peraza not called for a foul there. He already had his hands up like the foul was called.
I didn't see any contact there with Peraza there.
As almost loses the ball there to Lamentier. As time's running out for Cherokee to get a goal. Less than at the 75th minute now. As it's going to be a goal kick there. It looked like to go off of Phillips last, but good job not touching the ball. And Matt Carr's going to take his sweet old time kicking this ball. As the clock stops due to substitution in the last 5 minutes, the clock stops as Calusi comes for Henry. Phillips clears it away. Back to Calusi now. Mike Calusi up with it. Over to Wilson. Back to Calusi. Doesn't look like enough. Calusi still wins it, though. Going to take it to the corner to waste as much time as possible. Wilson gets to the gets the tackle off. As Calusi goes down with the foul. As that's a free kick.
We're in the last 4 minutes of the second half.
Free kick for the Cherokee there. Pardon me.
Ladies and gentlemen, caution has been shown to Cherokee's number 1, Kyle Wallace. This booking occurs in the 7th.
Another yellow card for Cherokee. That is their 4th of the game.
Yeah, the refs are calling about anything out here in the second half.
Refs know games get a little chippy towards the end, trying to say if you do anything, we'll get you the yellow, possibly a red. Hopefully it doesn't get to that extent.
Yeah, hopefully not in these last, 3.5 minutes.
As you don't want to do anything stupid with the next game, either being against Shawnee or in States. Now Cherokee with it. Austrian, Peraza's all over that. He keeps it in. Peraza to Brown. Brown tries a spin move. Drops it to Lamentier. He's going to take all the time he needs with 3 minutes now. As now the clock stops as Maffa's coming in. As Law looks to be a little shaken up there. Hopefully nothing too serious with his back there. The freshman Dylan Maffa's coming in. Only freshman on his varsity team. Lamentier somehow wins that ball. Brown with it. Brown, 3 defenders cutting in on him, loses it. Peraza gets to it, but not enough to get the ball now. Here's Cherokee. The Chiefs are coming up midfield, the 40. Peraza looked like to get to it at the 5-yard line. Chiefs want a corner. And they're getting the corner. Everyone's up.
I saw that. That was supposed to be a throw-in. I do not agree with that call.
Pardon me, a throw-in for the Chiefs. That looked clearly as a corner. It is a corner now. As everyone's going up for the Chiefs except for the goalie who's at the 50-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the second half.
As we're getting to 2 minutes now, Peraza wins the header. Wide open, Cherokee couldn't get enough of the ball. Cleared away for a throw-in, Cherokee. Everything's going towards net now for Cherokee. Everyone's up except for the goalie, which next corner is probably going up. Phillips gets ahead to it. Wilson clears it away. Throw-in again for Cherokee. A minute and a half remaining in this quarterfinal matchup. Phillips now with the ball. does not get enough. As looks like it's going to be Prep's ball, or, pardon me, Cherokee's ball. Phillips a little lost control there, as now a throw-in, long throw-in. It's ahead to it. Cherokee got to it. Carr got a finger on it. I don't know how that stayed out.
Yeah, 1 minute left. That was really good from Carr.
But it looked a bit offside, and that's what they're calling offside. It looked offside to me from this angle.
The Hermits need to keep possession in these last 45 seconds.
35 seconds remain until a rematch of last year's Coaches Cup final between Shawnee. Carr is going to slowly take this kick, one by Wilson.
20 seconds.
Back out to Cherokee. 20 seconds left. Cherokee with it. Looks like Peraza was going to get to it. He won't. He will get to it. As it looks like the Hermits are going to win this game unless a miracle happens. And that will not happen. As your St. Augustine Hermits are going to the semifinals of the Coaches Cup, defeating the Cherokee Chiefs to a score of 1-0 thanks to a Frankie Brown goal.
Frankie Brown's a key player for these Hermits, and I'm glad that he could pull off that goal to give him the lead and eventually the win.
Yeah, it was a good goal. It looked like Lamentier got to it, but final rule, Frankie Brown goal.
Yeah, probably a Lamentier assist we got there.
Yeah. Well, the Hermits' next game's on Wednesday at 8 p.m. versus Shawnee. Shawnee, the number 4 seed, winning their game earlier today. As the Hermits look to get more revenge on Shawnee after that penalty shootout loss last time they played them. Oh, any final thoughts before we head out?
Great game. I'm glad that they could pull off that dub in regular time. They didn't have to go to overtime or PKs. Let's go Hermits.
Yep. It was a good game. 1-0 at the end. I mean, Cherokee, they had their chances at the end but couldn't get a goal. But the Hermits do get the goal and advance to the semifinals on Wednesday. Well, hope to see you next time. As always, go Hermits.